Tired of the silence, the sugar-coated lies. Another headline screaming behind vacant eyes. They build up their walls, so high and so strong, but the truth's gonna break through before too long. Every single day, the same damn old game, pointing all the fingers, nobody takes the blame. This pressure's building, it's starting to crack. Ain't no turning back now, ain't no holding back. I'm about to say it, yeah, I'm about to scream. Tired of the fake smiles, living in a dream. The real life's bleeding out in the cold. Gotta break the mold, gotta let it unfold. I'm about to say it, every single word. The uncomfortable truth finally gonna be heard. I'm gonna say it.
Good morning. Good marvelous Monday morning. Georgia Peach, good morning to you. Thank you for stopping in. Welcome to hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. I am your self-proclaimed favorite news reporter. And for those who are coming in for the first time, what we typically do or ordinarily do is we will cover any political or celebrity situations or things that's going on, events that's going on. We would cover it just by talking about it, giving you our takes on it, and giving you some important facts to go with it. But to my other people that has came in before and is coming back, thank you for returning. To all my news crew members, thank you for being a news crew member. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel, and hope you continue your run with me, and we just sit here and have fun with it. So as of right now, we've been covering the Puffy Jacket trial, right? And we know Cassie just got off the stand. Don Rashad, excuse me. Don Rashad took the stand. She really wasn't on the stand for long, but she was there, and she gave her testimony as to what she had seen in her time. Good morning, Bestie. Grand rising to you. She gave her testimony on the things that she witnessed while working with Puffy Jacket and seeing him and Cassie have their spat. I don't even know if I can call it spat because apparently what she was saying, it was a lot worse than that. But having their DV situation, I guess I could say, put it that way. But today, anything that comes up or any news that comes out as far as the trial, I'll definitely update you all on that. But what I wanted to do today was actually cover two videos. And one of the first one we're going to listen to is going to be from the source of Jamel, aka Jamal, and he talks about humble heart. Humble heart. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Georgia Peach says I still need help with my trip. Like I said, you can put your link in here, and then one of my moderators will pin it, and then people can go and look at it and check it out. Marie, good morning, bestie. How you doing? Hey, thank you for that heart, me. I appreciate that. Humble heart. Thank you so much. Let's give it up for Humble Heart. And he became the 18th fan in our fan club. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. This says the case is deeper than you think. He's talking about the Puffy Jacket case. It's deeper than we think. And it says Cassie just revealed they were actually rituals. So let's get into that. And we're listening to it for the first time together. So we'll comment in real time.
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. We are back on the Truth Is channel. And boy, when I tell you, I know he about to break this down like crazy. All right, Cassie just revealed the freak offs were actually rituals. Now, this brother gets deep with his investigating. All right. And I feel like me and him be on the same wavelength as far as knowing that there's something deeper than what we are seeing, connecting the dots. I've always said, like, in this industry, it gets really dark.
Me too, bestie. He tells it like this, calls it down the middle.
Yeah. Whew, we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Hold on. It's a commercial. We'll get through that and then we'll go back to the audio.
It was back in 2023 that the world first heard the term Diddy freak-offs from a lawsuit that Cassie filed. Cassie accused Diddy of forcing her to participate in these freak-off parties
Love
where
you to
she
life,
was forced
bestie.
to hook up with male escorts while
Okay,
Diddy
Georgia
watched
Peach.
it all go down. At first, the world refused to believe it, calling Cassie a liar who just wanted money from Diddy. But people started looking at her differently when the very next day, Diddy settled with Cassie for millions of dollars.
Moderators, can we
People started looking at her differently when the very next day, Diddy settled with Cassie for millions of dollars.
moderators, can we pin the information that Georgia Peach put in? Appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, thank you for that pepper. Now, thank you for the goat. Humble heart. I appreciate the love and support.
This seemed to prove that she wasn't lying about these wild freak-off parties, especially after months later, security footage of one of the hotels where the freak-offs were held that leaked, showing Cassie trying to escape a Diddy freak-off session and being stopped by Diddy. This is when it became clear to the world that who they thought Diddy was isn't who he really is behind the scenes. Even with this information out there, no one knew exactly what these freak-off parties were. They could only imagine what it could be. Now, since the trial has commenced, we finally have been told exactly what went on at these freak-offs. If you saw my previous videos covering this, you would know that I have been exposing the truth about the freak-offs since the beginning. Go back to my Diddy video.
What is that? I'm looking at that symbol on this person, and that person on their shirts.
It's got like a circle with a star on it, but it looks like a pin. What you call it when they're doing the D worshiping? What's that called?
Yeah, he has been talking about this for a while.
Now, since the trial has commenced, we finally have been told exactly what went on at these freak-offs. If you saw my previous videos covering this, you would know that I have been exposing the truth about the freak-offs since the beginning. Go back to my Diddy videos from when all of this started. I told you guys exactly what
Jenny.
these
That's what I'm
freak-offs
talking
were.
about. Thank you,
They
bestie.
weren't parties. They were sex magic rituals. Now, Cassie
love TikTok
basically has
Shop.
confirmed this during the trial, as she has gone into detail about what exactly Diddy was
Morning,
doing
Eva
during
Lolo.
those rituals. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about the Diddy trial and Cassie revealing the truth about the freak-offs. Let's get right into it. Right now, we are at the start of the trial of the decade. The biggest figure in hip-hop is being judged by the courts for his horrific behavior within the music industry. Since 2023, people have started to see Diddy differently. But after the details
That's
revealed during
insane.
the trial, the
Is
world
that
will see him
Jib
for what he
God
really
16?
is. A sick
Isn't that
individual
that's
who's into some
disgusting,
dark
right?
things. Recently, the trial has commenced, and the first witness called to the stand is no other than Cassie. Cassie is one of the most important witnesses in this trial, as she was the woman who started this all. If it wasn't for suing Diddy back in 2023, the world will still be worshiping that fallen man.
Right.
While on the trial, Cassie has been painting a picture of what exactly she went through with Diddy, giving us a vivid description of the disturbing freak-offs. According to Cassie, she met Diddy when she was fairly young at the age of 19 and began dating him not long after. She was an inspiring artist, and Diddy took a liking to her, signing her to his Bad Boy record label for a 10-album deal. The more time they spent together working on music, the closer they became, until she fell in love with him. By the time she was 22, Diddy asked her if she would be willing to participate in his freak-offs. Cassie claimed she was initially caught off guard and shocked, but agreed to do them because she loved Diddy and wanted to keep him happy. Cassie then explained how these freak-offs
Hold on, let's pause for a minute right there, because now people keep, now she's saying what we've been saying. She did it to please him. Hey, Jessica, good morning. Did you get my text? Good morning, sunshine, to you as well. Humble heart, yes, yes, definitely praying for her. Regardless of what people say, I'm praying for her. Riley said, "Who is testifying today?" I'm not sure if they're gonna bring Don Richard back or not. Um, and I really don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not sure how they're gonna do it today. I know they said that what's his name, Jonathan Adi, is supposed to be coming in as well. Aubrey O'Day said that she isn't going to testify. So, and she also said that there was some investigation she's doing. I guess her and her team is doing because apparently, allegedly, he done some Puffy Jacket. When I say he, I'm talking about Puffy Jacket. Done something to her where she was taken advantage of without her knowledge. And so she supposedly her and her team are investigating that, and she can't say much about it just in case they do call her in to testify. You see what I'm saying? She don't want to compromise what she has going on or what she's investigating and get it compromised with if she comes in to be to testify. So that's what I have now. If any other, I'm watching it. I'm watching it as far as any updates is coming in. So if in fact an update does come in and tells you or tells us for sure who's going to testify today, then I'll let you know. I'll convey it to you.
Else would play out. They would invite male escorts or dancers to hotels they would book all over the country. They would order multiple men sometimes to show up.
Okay.
When the male escorts would show up, he would be greeted by Diddy
welcome,
and
Riley.
Cassie
Thank you for
wearing a
joining.
disguise. Cassie would wear a mask while Diddy would cover his face with a bandana. Then Diddy would sit in a corner while Cassie and the male worker engaged in intimate acts and watch while playing with his little Diddy, directing the entire session like if he were an adult.
Reckless.
This man saying,
His little
playing with
Diddy.
his little Diddy.
Boy, get out of here.
Yeah, man. Again, this stuff, like hearing it again, with everything going on, is just.
Oh, apologize for any trigger warnings. All right. Hold on. Let's go here. Let's do this.
All things said in today's show are alleged and for entertainment and education purposes only. If you are below the age of 18, we request that you leave the live now. We also would like to apologize in advance for any trigger warnings that this may cause. Enjoy.
Okay, so now we can get back to it. But that was funny that he said that Puffy Jacket would be in the corner playing with his little Diddy. That's funny. That's funny.
People got to understand how young she was and how that works. Like coaching.
Yes,
her,
Jenny.
pretty much.
Yeah, very, very much. I can see
All
the
the things he
similarities.
promised with her career, all that. That's why I said,
Strange
as this trial continues, these stories are going to get crazier and crazier, man.
When my doctor said I needed to eat healthier.
He would instruct them to continue until the escort would completely finish in or on Cassie. Cassie and Diddy would then immediately run into another room, leaving the escorts alone for a moment. Cassie claimed that when they were in the other room after finishing with the escort, Diddy would do the most disturbing thing about all of this. This is worse than anything else that has been reported. And that says a lot. According to Cassie, Diddy would instruct her to remove the male fluid from inside of her and then rub it on Diddy's chest area. Again, Cassie claims Diddy would want the escort's fluid rubbed on his chest after Cassie finished hooking up with him.
Did y'all hear that? Or was it because it's early? Am I hearing that? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? To each his own. Any kings is each his own. But that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Georgia Peach, I saw what you said. That'll work. That'll be fine. right? Yeah, that's crazy. It's not like I said, to each his own. Each his kings, that's to their own. But that's crazy, and I could see where the ritual things is coming into play at.
This was seriously disturbing, but groundbreaking information that confirms everything I've been exposing about Diddy for years now. Now you may be wondering, why the heck would Diddy want another man's fluid rubbed on his chest? Is it because he's gay and that's just some
We
weird
love
thing
TikTok
he's
Shop.
into? No, not at all. This is darker and deeper than the mainstream is trying to make it appear. Diddy is a sex magician
We love
occultist.
TikTok
He
Shop.
is into an occult practice called sex magic.
We love
He is a
TikTok
part
Shop.
of the occult sex religion called Thelema.
We love
What
TikTok
Cassie
Shop.
described wasn't her fulfilling Diddy's strange kinks. It was describing a sex magic ritual. In Thelema, exactly what Diddy has Cassie doing in these freak-offs is what
I
goes
agree,
on inside of these
Crew
Thelema
Girl,
lodges.
yes.
Groups of sex magicians engage
that
in
Creole-
magical
what
rites
is it,
where
Creole
a
Girl?
man and a
Creole
woman
Girl.
engage in intimate
I agree.
activities together while others watch. Those a part of the Thelema religion believe that there's magic in intimacy, magic that they need to harness to become spiritually enlightened. By watching another couple engage in these activities, they are absorbing that energy. That's what Diddy was doing the whole entire time. Everyone you see at the very top in Hollywood engages in these rituals. Now, the reason Diddy wanted the male fluid rubbed on his chest, it's because in sex magic, they
Love
believe the
TikTok
male
Shop.
fluid is magical. They call it the life essence. They believe that the energy needs to be harnessed. The reason they do these rituals is to put themselves in a trance-like state where they can activate their higher selves. Diddy was participating in these sex rituals with Cassie. Now, Diddy has been telling the
got
world
crazy.
he's a part of the Thelema
Insane
religion for a
crazy.
while now. Every time you see him taking pictures, doing this hand gesture, that is a Thelema hand gesture.
That's what I be saying, man.
Hold up. So I know you can't see, but the hands gesture he's talking about is that we've talked about that in our earlier shows. We pretty much talked about the symbols to look out for, because a lot of times and people don't know, and it's no shame to those who don't know, but those who know, you can pretty much identify and pick out when some celebrity is putting up their affiliation with the machine. I'm gonna say the machine. You know what I mean? So that's what they were saying. And in the video, there's a lady. I wish I could like show y'all the thing, but she's got her hand like that. You see what I'm saying? You know. You know.
Again, if that hand gesture is nothing, why is everyone doing it?
You
That's
sent
what
it?
I want to
Okay.
know. Why does everyone do it?
Yeah. Jib
She's
God.
throwing up the rock right now. You know what I mean? So
Egg, grocery, and gas prices are
Yeah. You know.
Done during sex magic rituals.
We love TikTok
On top
Shop.
of this, in the religion Thelema, they claim that love is the law, love under will, which is basically the credo of the organization. Now, you should remember that Diddy changed his name to Love. This is a direct reference to Thelema. Diddy is referring to love is the law, love under will. It's why he released an entire album called the Love Album. All of it was Diddy secretly showing the world that he was an occultist into sex magic. These
love TikTok
parties
Shop.
weren't just about fulfilling Diddy's disturbing desires. They were rituals done with a specific purpose. According to Cassie, Diddy was having her do this multiple times a week for several years. Cassie claims she wasn't able to quit because Diddy would film these rituals and then use them against her, claiming that he would release them if she stopped. The reason occultists participate in these sex rituals is because
Love
they
TikTok
believe it'll
Shop.
help them enter a higher spiritual realm that puts
Rochelle,
them in
good morning,
contact
Bessie.
with
Thank
higher
you for that
spiritual
Daily Heart
entities.
Me. I
They
appreciate
believe
it.
these rituals allow them to communicate with these entities who grant them forbidden knowledge. These occultists will then use this forbidden knowledge to achieve whatever they want. Many inventors, artists, and actors all do these same sex rituals in order to
love TikTok
contact these
Shop.
deities and use them for their work. Artists will use these deities to write his songs. Inventors will use these rituals to come up with the answers to their inventions. Actors do these rituals.
Hold on. Can we take a pause on that for a minute and just going off of what he said? do you remember we done a show and I forgot who I forgot what content creator we were listening to, but they were doing an interview, and one of the artists stated that I want to say it might have been Beans, might have been Benny Siegel, might have been Benny Siegel. I'm not sure, but I think it was Benny Siegel. But he was saying that when Camel Face was in the studio and recording, he would put on the late great Notorious B.I.G.'s chain and necklace, almost as if he was trying to channel Notorious B.I.G.'s energy as he was recording his album or the song or whatever he was doing, right? And now you see, Truth Is was just saying sort of the same thing that Cassie was saying. That's why Puffy Jacket would do his thing with the, baby batter.
To allow the entities to take over them and use them for their acting roles. This is the secret of the highest degree in Masonry. This is what is taught in the 33rd degree. How to utilize sex magic to be able to communicate with these entities. Many people think Cassie was complicit in all of this because she wanted money. Part of this is true. Cassie wanted to be a successful artist.
Right.
She saw Diddy as the man who could make that happen. But it appears Diddy had other plans for her, using her to perform these sex.
So again, showing, this is a picture of him and TD Cakes. They're in the picture. We've actually had this picture on one of our shows before and addressed it and talked about the garb that they're wearing, and of course, Puffy Jacket still flashing that symbol. We already discussed what it is. I saw some people in here talking about it, Yeah, TD Fakes. Right, Charlie Sprinkles. But again, that shows your allegiance to this thing, this society. I'm gonna say it that way, the society. And so that's the picture they're talking about or showing right now.
Magic rituals. And it's the same thing that happens to many of these upcoming celebrities that enter the industry. They think that these executives want to help them make it to the next level, when in reality, they're either trying to initiate them or use them for their rituals. From what it appears, Cassie was just like many other celebrities who got brought into that life when they were trying to make it big. She was willing to do anything to make it, and that's what Diddy had her doing for her spot in the industry.
I like that, Amanda Sweet Treat.
Also did these
TD
rituals
Snakes.
with people like
I
J-Lo,
like that.
and I believe
like
she's
that.
continuing to use these rituals in her life till today. J-Lo's ex-husband exposed her for using witchcraft and performing rituals
We love
for her
TikTok
success.
Shop.
Jennifer was married to Ojani back in 1998, right before she was with Diddy. Ojani even claims that Jennifer cheated on him with Diddy. More importantly, Ojani exposed something about Jennifer that most people don't know, that she's into black magic and witchcraft. According to
Thank you,
Ojani,
Jessica.
J-Lo is
Absolutely.
deep into Santeria, which is similar to voodoo. He claims that J-Lo was extremely serious about Santeria, and he was as
I wish we would have played this the other day because we had this topic. I forgot who we was. I think it was our girl Chi, and I don't know, what was it, an Ebony? I can't remember. They were talking about this. I can't remember who it was, but I wish we had this piece of audio during that show because that would have nipped everything in the bud. And so there we have it. J-Lo admitted to practicing that. And Bestie, Jenny, I think you said it too. I think you was talking about her practicing that.
well at one point. Ojani claims that he and Jennifer
Boy, this is a lot. I'm just thinking because we all know that J-Lo has been with,
Several.
excuse me, been with a few men. And I'm just wondering, is that the reason it don't work out? I don't know. But nothing is
Interesting
truly
logic, isn't it?
surprising. It's more
Jenny says,
surprising
yep, and
that
so does Puffy Jacket. That's
it's
the tattoo
coming
on
out
his back. Yep,
versus
that's what we
it
was talking
happening.
about. Yep,
You know what I mean?
okay,
That's the
yep.
surprising part, that it's all being revealed. It's all up on
Jib
us
God said
if we
J-Lo
want to
dumped
pay
that
attention or
pew-pew
not.
for for Puffy Jacket.
You know,
Yep.
and when I mean pay attention, it's about supporting these people. So if they're into all of this craziness, it's like if you support them, it's like you're part of the problem.
Oh, it's Fridays.
You know, 'cause
Okay, thank you.
It's
Thank
one
you. I
thing
couldn't
to
remember.
be wanting to do all this freaky.
That's right, Jib God. We got you. We
I
got
told
you.
you when it's other
It's
stuff to this.
TT language, you know.
I don't know if he's gonna get to that.
Feel extreme fatigue
All
or
right,
have
hold on. Another commercial. You guys all right? You straight?
Magic Godmother, that J-Lo even performed a Santeria ritual to be granted the Selena movie role, the movie role that changed her life. J-Lo started dating Ojani
Thank you for that
back
heart
in the
meal, man. The
mid-90s
sweet
and
tea,
ended
sweet
up marrying
treats. I
him in
appreciate that. Thank you
1998. He
for
was
becoming a
actually her
night team
first
fan in
husband
our
and was
fan
with her
club.
before
Give it
she
up
became a
for her.
massive star. He was exposed to Santeria after he started dating J-Lo. He claimed that after they broke up, because J-Lo was cheating on him with Diddy, he and J-Lo went to see their Santeria spiritual leader, who he called the Godmother. This is where he claims that J-Lo participated in sacrifices to the gods in order to cleanse herself of Diddy. According to Ojani, he saw J-Lo do a blood rebirth ritual where she bathed in chicken blood until she was covered in it from head to toe.
Yo.
He then claims that she was washed off with holy water and patted with herbs. This is what I believe he was referring to. All of these big celebrities are into this. The Lima is the secret religion of
This is
Hollywood.
crazy.
The
Thank
Lima
you-
at its
thank you
core
for that,
is just
finger
Gnosticism,
heart.
alchemy, and Luciferianism.
I'm sorry,
Ancient
love.
occult practices
Sorry.
that these
For all the
occultists
love, heart.
use
Appreciate
to
it.
become
Thank
God.
you.
Understand that Diddy isn't the only one doing this. Kanye
Right.
is also into these same practices. Kanye is also into sex magic, and that's
love
why we
TikTok
see him
Shop.
doing the things he does today.
Hey, so I wonder, by him saying that, I wonder if that's why, I don't know if we can say, we're going to say the guy with the direction as the last name, Go West. I wonder if that's why he's the pretty much only one taking up for Puffy Jacket. Because they practice this thing here, right? You talking about Charlie Sprinkle? Oh, Jenny said that Charlie Sprinkle look at Breezy. Yeah, see Breezy?
Kanye and Diddy were close, and it's because they both participated in these disturbing rituals, and so did Jay-Z. Aleister Crowley is seen as a god in Hollywood. He's
you
the
was just
one that
talking
taught
about that,
Hollywood
right,
about
Bessie?
sex magic. All of these artists you see sending love and admiration to Crowley are into sex magic. That also
love
goes
TikTok
for
Shop.
Ab-Soul. Ab-Soul made an entire album about Crowley, calling it Do What Thou Wilt.
But the name of the album was the same "Do What Thou Wilt," which brought me to Aleister Crowley. Correct. And you know what Aleister, you know who Aleister Crowley is, right? And he was a magician, a poet, and he was also linked to Satanism.
Yeah.
In
We
ways.
love
And
TikTok Shop.
so
We
what
really
made you
love
decide?
TikTok
What does that
Shop.
mean to you? Made you decide to name your project that?
Well, you know what? You're the first one to bring up the Satanism, and I'm so glad that you did, because you know it's all church with me.
Yeah.
Know that. So, Do What Thou Wilt immediately sounds like, free will. Aleister Crowley has been influential throughout music and entertainment and ideology and philosophy. The album is based on that quote, "Do What Thou Wilt," which is in the book, one of his books, the Book of the Law. And love is the law. Love is the only law. I respect that because, my main thing is ain't nothing wrong with a righteous man, correct?
Yeah.
So I really admire this guy.
Is this gonna be the breakthrough joint?
Well, I mean, but
Well, see, what he's saying is, are you signing your name on the dotted
are you
line?
joining the
Are you signing your soul away?
Oh.
No, yeah, that's what he's saying.
Are you in the Illuminati app?
I mean,
It literally be right here in our face. I don't think I've ever seen this, but right here.
Jenny
in your
says
face.
Aleister Crowley is a god
Right
to
here
them
in your
celebrities.
face.
And because
most
of the
people
stuff that he
just
does.
laugh and
Demetrius,
joke
good
about it.
morning, brother. I didn't know you came in. Good morning.
what you think?
I know, but these are
As you can see, this is what Crowley was really about.
Sorry, I missed
Crowley
your
taught his
comment.
followers about all of these rituals. Literally, not only telling people to use man fluid like
Demetrius
Diddy
said
is
all-
doing, but
all
also
the
using
Aleister
blood in
Crowley
the
stuff
same way.
had
Crowley
classes
even
on this
instructed his
guy.
followers
So
to
you
even
already know
eat
what
man
it's
fluid
like,
as
what
it
it's
would
about.
further their ecstasy. It's not a coincidence that Diddy changed his name to Love and dropped the
Facts,
Love
Charlie
album
Sprinkles, and
right
Gravity
before this all happened.
is also
he
a
was
law.
out here
Try to
doing
break
these
it.
rituals the
Won't
entire
work out
time.
good for him.
It's all connected to sex magic.
love
Remember
TikTok
Jonathan
Shop.
Lodi? He was just brought up in this trial and confirmed to be one of the freak-off escorts. He claimed Diddy, Khaled, and Ross were all gay and a part of the
we love
Volley
TikTok
secret
Shop.
society.
Diddy and Ross, which are good buddies, okay? They're gay.
We love TikTok Shop.
Diddy and Ross and Khaled, they're all gay.
We love TikTok Shop.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the minority.
All of these men are a part of the Lima. All of them participate in these sick, disturbing rituals. This is the truth about Hollywood the media isn't going to tell you. This is why I advise you guys to stop idolizing these people. Look at what these people are really up to behind the scenes. It's disgusting. I'm going to keep my eyes on this trial and continue to provide you guys with the important information, things that the media are going to try to cover up.
I love it. I love it. Mega Politics. Good morning to you, Grand Rising. I love it.
Well,
yes.
That's it for this video. I want to thank you all for watching.
Again, you guys can take this video and do whatever with it, but yeah, this stuff it's really crazy how people kind of turn a blind eye to it. Very wicked world we're living in, and I feel like that's why a lot of these people were quiet. You know, a lot of the people who attended his parties, they want to go back because they're in that dark place. They're there, and a lot of them don't want to get out, so they're missing these parties he was having. You know, they're hoping that he's found not guilty so they can continue. Guaranteed. You know, it's kind of like when you know, what's his name, Mark Rubin. He had the whole all white party for networking and all that.
I like that. I like that, Charlie Spring. Everybody's surprised because the world works the way we think it does. Yeah, you're right.
They hug you from the front and the back. Yeah, all right.
All right. So, hey, that's going to conclude that part of the segment. Well, and so what do you all think? Do you believe there is these rituals that go on in the industry? Our Collins 362 says some of it, sorry, that went up fast. Some of it is evil, some of it is good. Right. Jib God 16 says 100%. Georgia Pete says yes. Somebody said, is Diddy Freeman? Oh, Travis Official. Is Diddy Freeman? Not as of yet, but who knows? Crazier things have happened, right? So Demetrius says, have you ever watched G. Craig Lewis? He has some great stuff. Went to some of his speaking. No, I haven't. Is he got stuff on YouTube? I have to check that out. Jib God said, too many missing children for something not happening. Fact. Here, let me, because I agree with that comment. Charlie Sprinkle says the way to control the nation is to control the youth. That's it. That's the foundation. Okay, so before we go into the second thing, hold on. Let me check and see if there's any developments as far as what Mr. Puffy Jacket. Okay, so as of right now, no, there's nothing. Pretty much, it's just the Karen Reed trial. That's pretty much what everybody covered. In between, let me read something too. I want to read this for you all for Georgia Peach. Hold on. Ooh. Okay. Am I allowed to say your government name? Government name? Okay. All right. This is small. This is small print, so y'all work with me. When it says Renee Wilbanks has been selected as a state representative for Georgia to attend National Miss Amazing 2025, a national summit coordinated annually by Miss Amazing. She will be heading to Chicago, Illinois, July 18th through the 20th, 2025. to participate in this national event. Miss Amazing is a nonprofit organization, it's 501c3, on a mission to provide personal development opportunities that build self-esteem in girls and women with disabilities. Since expanding nationwide for the first time in 2011, Miss Amazing programs are now in over 30 states from coast to coast and have touched the lives of more than 2,000 girls and women with disabilities. This summer, 150 girls and women with big ambitions will unite in Chicago to show the world that they are confident, able, and amazing. With a gift of any size, you can help bring a Miss Amazing Queen to National Miss Amazing 2025, an experience that will enrich her and her community for years to come. It takes roughly $4,000 to cover travel and lodging expenses for a Miss Amazing Queen and one guest. Costs can be higher for larger families, but with your help, Renee Wilbanks can join us in Chicago, and we can open doors of opportunities for girls and women with disabilities together. You can contribute securely online at https. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll just go to that. givebutter.com/miss-amazing-2025. All right. So that's givebutter.com/miss-amazing-2025. You may also send a check made out to Miss Amazing Inc. to 1109 Park, and that's PARC Drive, Papillion, Nebraska. Oh, my old stomping ground, Papillion, Nebraska. As I stayed in Bellevue and Omaha, 68046. Please specify the Queen's name in the check's memo. So on the check, if you write a check, on the memo line, you would put Renee Wilbank. Thank you in advance supporting this outstanding individual. And that's from the executive director of Miss Amazing, Jordan Summer. All right? Now, what all ways could they help you or donate, Georgia Peach? So, like, if you have, like, a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, stuff like that, like, what's your information so we can pin it up for them to have at their leisure in case they would like to, unless they would, so in case they want to donate. You have a Queen link, okay? Can you provide the Queen link in here for them, please? Please, ma'am. And I know her personally, so everybody, this isn't no scam or anything like that. I know her personally, so you all can feel confident and secure in your contribution, and all contributions are appreciated. And as far as that second question you asked me, Georgia Peach, it just depends on what you want. If that's what you want on the shirt, what you sent me, I'm sure I could. Well, I just need the sizes first, and then the thing as far as the color and like shirt color, shirt size, and font color, and then I'll have to let you know from there. We're gonna go to a second thing, as there is no update on Puffy Jacket's trial at this moment. So this is going to be from Tisa Tales. Tisa Tales is another good content creator. And it says, Puffy Jacket tried to take out Alex in 2018. Disturbing obsession with Cassie and Alex exposed. Puffy Jacket trial update. So, this kind of, with this being put like this, and then knowing that he tried to have him put out of the courtroom while Cassie was on the stand, to me, it can support the fact that he does have an obsession. You know, I'm just saying I could see. I'm not saying he does. I'm just saying we could see, right? You know what I mean? That's what I think. That's what I think. You don't think it is, Rochelle? No, I still haven't seen it. I know you asked me about it, but I still haven't seen it. King World, what he said. Who all heard? I sent some of you the link, but before I get into what Tisa tells us, the ones who I sent the link to, and some who probably may have heard about it already. What is your take on Justin B coming out and saying no, he didn't have any how can I say it? Puffy Jacket didn't do what's been alleged, how about that, to him. Do you think that's true? Do you think that's just a matter of him trying to cover up or get away from it? Rude comment. What happened? Okay. Oh, okay. So the 501c3 is what's in question. All right. Well, let's just put it to bed. Okay. Because I'm telling you all, I know her personally, and she wouldn't do anything like that. Okay. So. Come on. Says a 501c3 organization is a nonprofit organization that has been granted tax exempt status by the Internal Revenue Services. Key aspects of 501c3 organizations. Tax exemption. These organizations are exempt from paying federal income tax. Tax deductible donations. Donations made to 501c3 organizations are tax deductible for donors. All right, so we got that squared away. We got that covered. All right. So let's move on. Let's move on to Tisa Tales, and let's find out what's going on. Now, y'all good? Everybody good? Everybody good? I think this is like maybe 20 minutes, and then if we don't have any updates, that'll be the show. All right, so let's go. Let's go then.
You guys come in, sit down, and shut the door. Y'all, the stuff between Diddy, Alex, and Cassie is deeper than we all know. Now, I know there's been a lot of misinformation going on around social media.
Can you all hear her okay? It's kind of low on my end, but I don't know about you guys. Can you hear it? Jenny said, I think JB and Jaden are cap. Okay, you think they're lying about everything? Okay, y'all can hear. Okay. Thank y'all. Here we go.
Alex was on the phone while Diddy was doing something to Cassie, and they were all enjoying the FaceTime. Listen, forget all these internet theories that don't even pan out. I put my ear to the ground. I got some good tea. And baby, it has to do with Alex, Cassie, Diddy, but not in the perverted way that Diddy, who seems to be obsessed with Alex, is going in. Y'all, you know it's good because I took some notes. Let me give y'all some highlight reels before we get into this. Diddy allegedly At one point, when Cassie and Alex were first talking, and no, it didn't overlap, and no, Cassie was not cheating on Diddy, and no, Alex was not the other man. I even know what's going on with that. Y'all, Diddy, in an effort to scare Alex away, literally put out on him on the street. Y'all, let's get into this, because let me just say, people are putting 10 on 20. I don't understand how we have a devil like Diddy, and everybody knows he's evil, but they trying to paint Cassie as a wayward woman. They trying to paint Alex as a simp, when at the end of the day, this is Diddy trying to cover up his shame, which is every man that Cassie's been with has been a coward, except for Alex Fine. And that's why Cassie's still with them. And that's why Diddy spiraled out of control. Y'all really want to know what happened back in 2018? Well, let's get into it. Okay, but first hit that like button. Don't forget, I'm going to be going live from the trial Monday through Friday, up to the court documents. And baby, yes, I will be putting my investigative journalist skills to work. Okay?
Great news,
Look. Now, some people say that she's got ADHD and it's hard for her to stay on topic. So I want to go ahead and put that out there. Sometimes when she does outstanding reporting, but I will say sometimes she does go off the rail a little bit, but just bear with her, okay? Just bear with her. She knows what she's talking about.
Okay, first of all right? First of all, let's talk about the way everybody is twisting Cassie's testimony to actually make it seem like, for whatever reason, she was cheating on Diddy with Alex, or Alex was the other man, all this stuff.
Okay, put both links in the live for me, please, Georgia Peach.
I was there in court. Don't let the people twist the testimony. Now, why is this so sick? Because when I was up, we're going to get to the murking part, and we're also going to get into the part that Michael B. Jordan played into it, okay? So, here we go. Let's get the timeline straight. Because the prosecutors didn't really outline this, but Cassie's mom is expected to testify Monday, which I will be covering, along with Dawn. Turn your notifications on, Dawn Richards. And I think she's going to clear this up. Cassie was never cheating on Diddy with Alex. Alex was never another man. You know how we know? Well, one, we got some inside tea. Two, if Diddy had any proof that Cassie was
cheating Liz, how's it going?
Alex, he would have already leaked it to the media.
You doing good today?
I was in the courtroom. Diddy was feeding the lawyer notes. Diddy wanted this to get out so he could amplify it, because Diddy is obsessed that Alex is the only man that's ever come next to Cassie.
Now, see, this is what we were talking about. Okay, hey, moderators, pin Georgia Peach, Renee's PayPal and stuff like that. Thank you. Thank you for the fruit, friends. I appreciate that, Liz. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is what we were talking about when we were saying he was asking, Puffy Jacket was writing things down for his defense team to ask Cassie when she was on the stand. And people were saying that it really made no sense or had nothing. It was completely irrelevant to what the case was or the trial was about. And they were saying that he was stalling, trying to basically get a mistrial, hoping that she would go into labor or whatnot. And so it'd be a mistrial. Well, now this is probably why he was doing it. Now we're finding out the backstory to, because I didn't know that he allegedly put a thing out on Alex. And then Jenny, you were saying that King World said that Alex is her handler. Was I following you correctly on that? I'm not sure if I might have misinterpreted what you were saying. Oh, okay, so you were. Okay, yeah. Definitely give me that link, Bestie. I gotta watch that.
That stood 10 toes down and said, baby, you can do what you want, but I'm not going nowhere. Okay, so let's get into the story, because it's like a soap opera. But the thing is, Diddy is the king of projection, and Diddy is afraid that everybody's going to find out that he was a simp, and that Cassie walked away from him, and that he crumbled and actually couldn't take it. Okay, so what happened, right? Cassie and Diddy were still going on, okay? In September of 18 and October of 2018, Cassie and Alex were not
He
together.
proved his ties.
Yes, they
He's
were
in
talking,
a movie with
but they
Kyle Reese.
never really were getting
Okay.
out of that talking stage. Cassie was
I'll have to
wrapping up
check it
stuff,
out.
but you know who else was wrapping up stuff? Alex. Do you know how I found out? Because I
Text me
talked
that link,
to people
please,
that
Bessie.
went to college with Alex and actually knew him in the early days. Alex had a long-term serious girlfriend. Okay? A long-term serious girlfriend. He had a situation he needed to clear up. Yes, Cassie and him were getting closer. This is what people are saying. But there was no commitment. And for people that are now trying to act like there's some blood oath to people that are talking when one person got a long-term
Thank you. I love
girlfriend,
you.
that
Thank
the
you.
relationship is on the way out, according to the college people, and Cassie is trying to get away from Diddy, there was nothing there. Think about the timeline. Alex broke up with his long-term girlfriend sometime around November or December of 2018. In December of 2018, I think I might have even been for Cassie's
Compton
mother's
Cowboys.
birthday
Okay,
or
I'll
some
look
type
that
of
up.
celebration. Cassie and Alex post a picture of them kissing for them to go official. Now, how do we know that Diddy knows that Cassie wasn't cheating? Because when
What began as a gutsy, inspirational
Another commercial.
Diddy found out that Cassie was seeing someone, but he didn't know it was Alex, he started ramping up the Instagram posts. Y'all don't remember when he posted something with a Michael Jackson song talking about, yo,
His ties
if
with
anybody
Nipsey.
sees this, make sure they give it to Cassie. Y'all don't remember when he went on a liking spree? See, here's the thing. Diddy loves his image, and he didn't want to look like he lost control. But the truth of the matter is, Diddy knew Cassie had moved on. He just didn't know to who, okay? Even if you listen to the cross-examination, again, Diddy's team was very good at twisting words. That's what they do because Diddy is playing the blogs because he's like, if Cassie is getting 30 million, it is his life dream that he can humiliate Cassie again, maybe get her attention, and maybe get Alex to leave her. But Alex said, baby, that ain't happening. Because another thing that I think people are being very stupid about, and let's be real, do y'all honestly think that Cassie, who went through rehab and got clean, who wrote a book, do you honestly not think that that Alex didn't know? Again, in the beginning, I can see before she decided to trust Alex and they became exclusive and mutual, the fact that everybody on this earth is talking about, there's like acting like there's no such thing as a talking stage.
Hold on. Oh, so, Bestie, let me ask you, because I'm thinking about what you're saying as she's talking. And you were saying King World said that Alex is Cassie's handler, right? And then you were saying the connection, King World said the connection is with, who did you just say? And I know it. It just slipped my mind. You said Alex is connected with Nipsey, right? Nipsey. So if that's what I'm saying, because Nipsey. Because you know that allegedly, of course, he Puffy Jacket is connected to Laura London, right? And didn't he hire Alex as her personal trainer or physical trainer, whatever, for Cassie? So when you say Alex is her handler, would it be Puffy Jacket that put him in place to be her handler? I'm trying to put it all together. I'm trying to make sure I'm on the line. How did he become her handler? Like, was it a Puffy Jacket's doing, or was it somebody else in this, like from the higher up? Okay. You got, girl, you know we're going to try to connect. We go down a rabbit hole. We're going to try to connect the dots. So, hey, that'll be our next project, right? You think it's someone else? Okay. All right. We'll definitely have to go deep dive on that.
Stage. The fact that they're literally trying to act like y'all don't know what a talking, not y'all, but the people in the back don't know what a talking stage is. But once they decided to be exclusive, and I'm sure once Cassie decided to trust Alex, she told Alex about the things that he did to her. Prior to that, Alex knew about the same about Diddy as we did. That's why Alex wrote Diddy a text message, I would imagine, saying, you MFer, I'm going to F you up, because he finally found out the truth. But again, let's get this timeline straight, since there's so much misinformation. Even how, and this is what I mean about the way people twist words, I was in the courtroom. Cassie never said she picked up a FaceTime to Alex. First of all, Cassie said that after she spent the night with Diddy, Alex FaceTimed her, but she didn't answer the call. Why? Alex wasn't her man, okay? There was something growing, but it wasn't even at that level. Alex had a long-term girlfriend, so it wasn't even at that level. It's just like friends that later on in November turned into lovers. But the whole point of the matter is, it is lies. I was in the courtroom. Alex never FaceTimed Diddy during Smex with Cassie. He definitely never joined. Alex would never do that stuff. Diddy is the one that is a member of the LGBTQ community. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to drag. No. My issue is Diddy is king projector. And I feel like everything he's trying to say that Alex is.
With the comment she just made about Puffy Jacket being part of that community, again, I'd like to agree with her. There's no issue with that at all. There's no problem with that at all. I mean, no judgment. That's your lifestyle. But what I do want to point out is, to me, and again, people, this is just my thoughts. You all can chime in and let me know what you all think about it. But to me, that again helps validate what was stated in Kim Porter's alleged book, as far as Puffy Jacket wanting to have relations with the late great Tupac Shakur. I can, you know, it's I guess here's how I look at this, people. When people have stated stuff long before we got to where we are now, and then where we are now, we end up seeing or hearing actions of a person that coincides pretty much with what was stated years before we got here. It's hard to say a person is lying. Now, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it makes it, because you can't say, well, she's only saying, why she say that now? Why she say that now? Because like, I hear that so much right now. Why is this person just coming out now? Why are they just saying something now? Because of this is going on. Or they just want clout. Or they just want money. When in reality, a lot of people have been saying this long before we got here, and it wasn't taken seriously. Or so many people, well, why didn't they just go to the police and tell them? Again, some people did go to the police, and the police was in on it. You understand? So, to me, just her saying that and what we heard in the previous audio, it pretty, because a lot of people were saying that book wasn't really Kim Porter's words, and it just, I beg to differ.
Baby, I think that's who Diddy is in his heart, okay? So we got the timeline right? Cassie was winding down things with Diddy. Alex there's no way Alex could have known. Now, when did Alex find out? For God's sake, she wrote a book. Do you not think that do you not think that Cassie and Alex, Cassie's dad, mom, brother, and Alex didn't know what was going on before they got on that stand? Do y'all honestly believe that? The prosecutors literally said, you need to know that he knows everything so there won't be any mistakes and nothing will be, be messed up. And also, y'all, do you really, honest to God, think that Cassie went to successfully go to Willow Rehab, okay? And she didn't explain this to Alex. You know, to be successfully graduate from rehab, you must do the 12 steps. Willow demands that you literally share with your people closest to you all the things that bring you shame and all the things that you've been through. Hello, this is on Willow's.
Speaking of that, hey, Riley, if you're still in here, speaking of that, news broke too over the weekend that Cassie's mother is supposed to come in and testify as well. So that's another person that could be taking the stand.
Website. Cassie already shared the fact that people are trying to act like Alex don't know his wife just because Diddy, a man accused of sex trafficking that is obsessed with Cassie, and low-key, I think he's obsessed. He never bagged Alex too, is out here telling us like his version of events, a known liar, a known sex trafficker, a known monster.
Did you know that you can have permanent teeth in just 20?
Yeah. She has
Now
a point.
trying to let us know and give his version of events, and everybody's so quick to run with it. What is wrong with people? I know what's wrong with people. These major news organizations and blogs are paid to say that. Now let's get into the murking part, shall we? Again, I talked to people that actually went to college with Alex that knew him in LA. First thing everybody said to me, first of all, Alex is a man's man, okay? Now maybe Diddy did set his sights on Alex, right? Because you know the way Diddy liked the bop, right? But Alex is a man's man. On top of that, let's get into this. Again, do you really think he didn't know his wife? The fact that y'all listening to a known liar, a known manipulator, a known person, and y'all are now doing this while people are literally chopping and screwing testimony, but they are saying that when Cassie's mom gets on that stand, baby, and Diddy ain't gonna know what hits him, and she's gonna set the record straight. Again, if Diddy had proof that Cassie was cheating on him with Alex, do you not think he wouldn't have released that? Do you not think he would have said that? And read the testimony, and you will see it was never overlapping. And she kept saying, well, we weren't exclusive, we weren't together. Had a long-term girlfriend. On top of that, right? Even the defense admitted that after October 2018, there was no more romantic messages between Diddy and Cassie. Diddy congratulating her on the birth.
So he's an actor and he was hired to be her physical trainer, personal trainer? Or is that part a lie? He's just an actor. I mean, he could be both, but I'm just asking which one is which.
Of her child. It all stopped. Even the defense said that. Alex and Cassie got together late 2018. Okay? And this is after when Diddy found out she was seeing somebody, but he didn't know it was Alex. He started posting all these things because he was desperate to get Cassie back.
Like
not because he loved her,
Ye
just
and Harley
out of control.
kind of thing.
But what's the real reason Diddy's mad? And he wants to try to destroy Alex and make him seem like he's a simp and destroy Cassie? Because let's be real, before Alex came along, every single man that we know that Cassie was linked to was a coward. Kid Cudi seems like a really nice person. That's what everybody says. Diddy blew up your car. You ain't call the police. You ain't make a police report. When you met with Diddy, Diddy had a meeting with you to tell you better stay away from Cassie. And he sat there nodding his head. And then when he got up and he was like, yo, what about my car? Diddy was like, what car? And Kid Cudi let it go. Kid Cudi feared Diddy. Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan was seeing Cassie.
Again, so people who keep victimizing Cassie over and over again. Grown men are scared of him now. So what do you expect a woman to do? Jenny says, but Cassie got pregnant fast after she left Puffy Jacket. She was ready for a new life. Right, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I think they got, 2 kids already? And about to have a third. But for the people saying why she didn't do that, why now, okay, look, grown men and Kid Cudi isn't the only one. All right. So now let's just put that to rest. Let's just stop saying why she didn't go, why she didn't do this, why she didn't leave, and you overlook the fact that she did try to leave. It's not like she stayed there and took it. She did try to leave, and things got worse when she tried to leave. So at that point, it becomes of a means of survival. You have to do things to survive. Let's keep the main thing the main thing. And then, well, this doesn't prove any of the RICO charge. Listen, I think they're in the beginning, and I think we should just wait and let it play out, because what it does kind of play into it if he's taking her from place to place and doing stuff like that. You know? Carlota, yeah, right. That's what it's coming. Right. I love that. It's coming. Hey, good morning, cousin. It's coming, y'all. Let's just pipe down a little bit. Let's cool out. And I want to, because it seems like everybody wants that to come into play right now, off rip. Well, let's keep in mind, he hadn't been doing this just now. It's been decades, right? So he took his time in doing this. Let's give it time. So, because at the end of the day, when the trial is over with, we want to make sure that we've gotten everything covered. And that way, when the verdict come back, we can say, okay, that's that. That's how they got to that. That's why they came up with that. All right. So let's just cool up. But now, for you to say why she didn't leave, why she stayed, now you see grown men are scared. So what do you think she was going to be as a female? And no shade to my females. There's some tough females. In fact, even putting up with this makes you a tough person, if you ask me. So let's just keep the main thing, okay? Jenny says, we live in a world of instant gratification or information, so it's hard for people to wait. Right, and that does a disservice and injustice to the case. And now that causes you to sit here and victimize a person who is the victim, you know? Carlota says, a trial is like building a Lego set, block by block, word by word, and sentence by sentence. Let's pin that, moderators. I love that. And that's exactly, I mean, it can't be broken down any simpler than that. That's just what it is. So it's got to take its time. We got a lot of witnesses that's going to come in. You understand? So let's just keep the main thing.
Cassie. Diddy told him, yo, you got to cut that off. Michael B. Jordan broke up with Cassie because Diddy said so. And then Michael B. Jordan went on a posting spree all summer.
That's the second one.
Buddied up.
That's the second one.
And keying with Diddy, the same man that told you to break up with Cassie.
These are grown men.
This week, we're hosting a free...
Oh, that's commercial. Sorry. It's a grown men. They're scared.
Again, I'm not judging Michael B. Jordan, but again, you feared Diddy. You wanted some of Diddy's power. You wanted this. What's the reason? This is the same reason why Kim Porter never dated. Because every time somebody came into Kim Porter's life, Diddy would come and threaten them and push them out. He tried to do the same thing with Cassie. And it
pattern of behavior. What do we talk about?
Went near Cassie, he would beat Cassie and he could push until Alex showed up. And Alex literally told Diddy, you can do what you want. Diddy tried to, my sources are telling me, that Diddy tried to threaten Alex. Diddy even said he was putting an on Alex. Alex was the only man in Cassie's life that said, you can do what you want, but I'll tell you one thing, I ain't going nowhere, and we together, and you just gonna have to deal with it, so do your worst. And Diddy couldn't take it because the threats, the intimidation, and all that stuff did not work on Alex Fine. And now you got this mofo who literally is...
Now, let's talk about that. Let's dive into that, because one thing we see is that Puffy Jacket has an egotistical problem. He has an ego problem. He has a power trip problem. He has to be in control of everything. We've heard it from Cassie. We've heard it from Misa. We've heard it from J-Lo. We've heard J-Lo. And I'm sure it goes Kim Porter. You see what I'm saying? This is a pattern of behavior, people. Why is it so easy for people to deflect from that and just go to the fact of the matter of, well, she stayed and she liked it and she wanted the money and Cassie makes no bones about the fact that she wanted to make it in the business. And is she wrong for wanting to make her dream come true? I don't think that she wanted to do it this way, but I do think that she wanted to please him once they became an item. I do. And I do think, I think some of you all just need to be in a relationship where you love somebody and they just don't love you back the same way, and you want to know why, because you end up trying to do all you can, or you wonder why you're not enough for that person. And I think that may have been what she fell into. You understand? But she did try to leave, and things didn't go good for her. So I'm just saying. Jenny says that's why Kim used Puffy Jacket Love for his appearance against him. Right. It's that's just what it is. Like, this man has a character. It ain't. It's nobody else's fault. You can't blame nobody else. At some point in time, you got to get to where you say, hey, you know what? This man's character, this man's morality, it's just not good. And you got to leave it there.
Crying that he used all his time to cross-examine Cassie, and instead of poking holes in her story, he was getting sound bites for the internet blogs in the Shade Room. No shade to the Shade Room, but to the internet blogs and to mainstream media to twist this and start all these sick
Hey, Dr. Rashida, good morning, bestie. Thank you for that heart me. I appreciate it. How's your morning going, love?
everybody to know that there's no basis in fact. There's a court transcript to prove it, you guys. And people are still choosing to run with these sick narratives. Why? Because Diddy's mad that the only man that never feared him stood by Cassie's side and created
Good. I'm glad it's going great
Cassie
for you.
was strong enough to stand on her own. You're mad, he's jealous, he's mad, and he knows that Alex don't fear him. Every other man did. Look what happened to Michael B. Jordan. How somebody threatened you to break up with the girl and then you go on a trip keying with them all summer. Remember that?
Yeah, no, we can't do that. Michael Johnson said it's not easy to get out of a relationship as many people may think. Exactly. Exactly, brother. I need them to understand that. Quit playing. Like, stop playing like, you know, it's just easy as, you know, and stop making it seem like she just stayed there and put up with it so she could get her riches. No, that's not what she wanted. You know, I honestly, I feel really good about her mother coming in and testifying, because I think that'll give us some timeline too. Hopefully, people will open their minds and listen and understand that fear is something serious. And that when it comes to grooming someone and it comes to breaking them down, it's just extremely hard to overcome. I've told you all about my experience with it. Not me being put in that situation, but my kid's mother. I've shared that with you all. And I was one of the people who were like them and like asking why she couldn't leave, what was going on. And luckily, she broke it down to me when she did finally leave. And I vowed that he would never touch her again. Michael says this all boils down to brainstorming and control. She has nothing to gain from it. Thank you. Like, he broke her down. Like, he made her feel like she wasn't worthy enough. Made her feel like nobody loved her but him, and nobody would treat her good but him. You know, it's all a psychological thing that once they take that from you, your pride, your dignity, your mental mentality, and all, like, it's a lot that goes into it. You know, I don't think she went and sought counseling for shits and giggles. You know, I just don't. Dr. Rashida says, right. Someone said, instead of asking her why she stayed, ask why didn't he stop. I love it. Moderators, can we please pin Dr. Rashida's comment? Let's read that again. Right. Someone said, instead of asking her why she stayed, ask why didn't he stop. I love that. Like, come on, people. How do you overlook that? For every cause, there's a reaction, right? He was the cause of her reacting the way she reacted. Michael says someone better look out for Justin B. He's becoming unhinged. I've seen videos of him, and we was discussing earlier, brother, about the video. Not the video. Sorry, y'all. The statement that his publicist put out stating that Puffy Jacket didn't do anything to him as far as everything that's being stated. It didn't happen to him. And I shared that link with a few people. But again, I have to wonder if he's saying that because someone has gotten to him and threatened him, or if he's ashamed of what happened to him allegedly or whatnot, you know? Yeah. Absolutely. Pin it again. Thank you, Bestie. You're awesome. I love you. Hey, Deb, welcome in. Welcome in, Bestie. How you feeling today? Dr. Rashida said, I stayed in a relationship 14 years out of fear. It's real. And see, thank you. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, these people don't understand. Like, and understand when I say this, we don't wish you all to have to encounter or indulge or go through any of this. We're not saying that. But please stop making her the victim or and I don't know if I can say the word, so I'm just going to say the craziest because I want to say a D word. But the craziest thing I've seen on here is she wanted it. Really? Come on, people. Angel, hey, Bestie, how you doing? Angel says there's a lot going on with Justin. I completely, 1,000% agree. Angel also says, I believe Justin and Brittany are victims. Let me give you this right here, Bestie. I agree with you on both of that. And as we see, I follow Brittany on Instagram. God love it. And she still is just not right. She's not right. And I get it. She's dancing and trying. I believe, because when she came out, she was like the hottest thing smoking in the industry. And this is just my belief. That don't mean that I'm right. It's just my belief. She was the hottest thing smoking. Brittany was. And then when they done what they done to her, it took so many years from her, like that she could have been still on her successful path that she was on. It took so much from her, and I think now she's at a point where she's trying to relive it or get those times back. I understand that myself, because not to the the degree of what's going on with her, but what I'm saying is, like, now I think back a lot to the 90s, the stuff that I was just living life free and just thinking we were invincible, right? But now that I'm older, now that I have kids, now that I think back on them times, it's like, man, why did I take those times for granted? Why didn't I appreciate the person that was in my life then? Why didn't I love them then like I love them now? And now that you see what I'm saying? Like, so like you try to go back and you try to recapture what you once had, but time moved on. Where you're in your mind, you want to go back there. You wish time stayed still right then, but time has moved on. So I get where Brittany's coming from, if that is indeed the fact how she is. You see what I'm saying? Jenny says to Dr. Rashida, me too, 15 years and left with whatever could fit in my Highlander. And that's yeah, Bestie, you endured the same thing. Exactly. Dimple Cheeks, I love her handle. Dimple Cheeks, how you doing, love? She said cafecito for everyone. Hey, thank you. I love coffee, and salute to you. I'm gonna get mine. I'm drinking water now, but it's gonna be coffee later. But salute to you, Queen. Dimple Cheeks, if people forget they were brought into this world by women that, hey, she said a mouthful there. Jenny says it's them D-Rugs they put her on. Yeah, I agree. Angel says 2007 was the year she went to Cassie's birthday. 2007 was also supposed to be her comeback. Is now, and I wonder, is that the video, not the video, the picture that's in circulation right now? As far as it's, oh my God, I forgot who the other guy was. I'm gonna look it up. 1 second, we're gonna get back to the audio. I'm gonna look that up. Hold on 1 second, because there's a picture going around now, and it's Brittany, Puffy Jacket, Cassie, and it's one more person. They were like at a party. Dallas Austin. That's who's in the picture. That's who's in the picture with them that I'm talking about. Dallas Austin. And you know Dallas Austin dated Kim Porter in high school. What does this say? Britney Spears dragged into Puffy trial as Cassie recalls wild parties with Star. Uh-oh. Well, and hopefully this don't cause... Man, hopefully this doesn't cause Britney to go back out of control. And I'm behind on comments. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to catch up. Jenny says, Lou Taylor was behind her demise just like JB and the rest. She's with Kris Jenner. We already know. And they're britches, right? But take the BR and put a W. Michael says, Puffy Jacket, saw some stuff. His dad's passing, for one, he's never healed. No, he hasn't. And he's also... he made reference to that at one point as far as not growing up with a father. So, you know, to me, when something like that happens and somebody make a comment like that, that bothers them. That bothers them. You know what I mean? It bothers. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to let y'all in on something. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna let y'all in on something. Sunday, we went to my mother's grave. And while we were up there, I was like, you know what? Let's go on into town. I should ride by Charles's. He's my biological father, but he had never been in my life, so I call my stepdad my dad. I don't even claim it. I was like, I should ride over there and see, you know, if he still stay over at the house or whatnot. And so we did that. Well, on the way home, my wife found out on the book, she found my stepsister's page. And so I reached out to my stepsister too. I ain't heard back from her yet, but I just let her know, hey, listen, I'll reach out to Charles. I just let him know I'm looking for him. We need to get some stuff taken care of. Tell him I don't want nothing from him. I don't even like him, but I need him to contact me because we got some stuff we need to reconcile and get over. You know, I've got to do that because because right now where I'm trying to do is change my life, man. I harbor too much anger and resentment towards that dude. So I got to get it off my chest to him so I can heal. Does that make sense to you all? Dimple Cheek says, I am here. I am a survivor of both SA and DV. Man, it's such a blessing you made it through that. And thank you so much for your strength. And one day, Dimple Cheeks, man, if you don't mind, hey, come on up. Let's interview you. Let's talk about it because you, Dr. Rashida, even Jenny, I think you all could offer perspective for these people who don't have it here. Angel, you as well. You spoke about yours. And yeah, man, if we can get all four of you up on the panel, that would be a great show. That'd be a great show. Dimple Cheek says, I'm gonna say it again. Not every female has mental strength support to get out. And that's another factual comment and statement. Jenny says the Angel, she went to his party the night before and she couldn't stand the night. Says the Angel, she went to his party the night before and she couldn't stand the night after. Who is this? We talking about Brittany? Dimple Cheek says, stop saying females like it, love it, could have left. You do not know nothing. And they don't, man, yeah, I'm calling it right now. We've got to have a show where you four are on the panel. We've got to. I'm gonna scroll up. I'm gonna catch up. Okay, Jenny says, yeah, Brittany and the VMAs. Okay. Yeah, we've definitely got to do it. We've got to do it because I feel like a lot of people are not paying attention or not grasping the concept of the dangers and the parameters you all have to go through in that situation in order to leave. You understand? So if I can get an agreement or a commitment from you all to do that one day, we will definitely schedule that and set it up. And not only will we do that, we'll make it an event so we can put it out and have people, we can send out invites and have people join us because a lot of people have got to hear this. And not only that, to you four, there's some women and men that's going through that very same thing right now that don't have the courage or don't know how to get out. And I think your stories, respective stories, could help them. Dimple Cheek says also some coaches make it hard too. True. Jenny says, I'm ready like SpongeBob. All right. I got Jenny on. Jenny's willing to do it. I need Dimple Cheeks. I need Angel, and I need Dr. Rashida. I just need 3 more agreements to do it. And we're going to put it together. We're going to put it together and make it happen.
You cheating. You was on a FaceTime. There was a freak off. Oh my God, you're a simp. Does anybody know the fact that Diddy is gaslighting on social media? But let me tell you something.
Angel's down.
Diddy
Said good. Let's do it.
Work because the feds got your number.
I'm good. Let's do it. Okay, Angel. Dimple Cheek says, oh, I'm definitely in. Okay. Dr. Rashida, you my last one.
Looked at Diddy.
Let's get together. Let's make it a date. Let's figure out when we want to do it.
Diddy tried to scare
Let's get it put
Alex
out.
away. He was the first one that said, you gonna murk me, then do it. I'm right here.
What works best?
All right, this
on
feels
the
almost
weekend?
illegal to know, but our windows were so old
Oh, sorry, it's
and
commercial.
just desperately needed to be replaced.
My bad, y'all. I done forgot about the audio. I'm talking to my besties. Okay, Dr. Rashida's in. We got everybody in. So do y'all want to do it on a weekend, like a Saturday? Weekend works for Dimple Cheeks? Okay. Jenny's cool with that. All right, I need 2 more. I need 2 more people. So here's what we'll do. Not this. We'll schedule it for next Saturday. I work from home, but gets busy sometimes, so weekend's best. All right, no problem. All right, so we'll square it away for next Saturday. At Be the Light, brother. Good morning. How you doing? Let's see. Would that be May 31st? I think you're right. I believe you are right. Yes. So we'll do it on the 31st. In fact, that's a very significant date to me, for me, my kid's mother. So yeah, perfect. It all comes together. That was God's doing. Okay, so May 31st, and we'll call it 8:00 at night. That give people to be home and they can join us. Okay. All right. Yep. May 31st. So I'll create an event for that. And we'll put it out and we'll share it, man. Let's get it out here. I appreciate you all for coming in and willing to stepping up and willing to give your testimonies about it and opening up for us. I appreciate it. Here's what we're going to do. On May 31st, 8:00, it's a Saturday, 8:00 p.m., we're going to bring our 4 guests up. It's going to be Dimple Cheeks, it's going to be Jenny, it's going to be Dr. Rashida, and it's going to be Angel. They've all experienced and had to endure DV and SA. We're going to have them on the panel, and they're going to give their testimony in hopes that this helps people better understand. Eastern time. Good question. Eastern time. So people can better understand. This is the whole thing. Better understand why she stayed, why she didn't leave and stuff like that. Okay?
Do it. And Diddy ain't do shit. Diddy didn't do shit. But what's he doing now? He's still trying to punish Cassie, and he's trying to punish Alex. But it ain't gonna do it because maybe they got your money and all these fucking internet stuff. Who cares? These idiots. How you got a court transcript and people just making up shit, believing what they want and printing what they want? Baby, it's a cold world. Listen, Alex looked at Diddy and was like, listen, like, bring your worst. Because guess what? Cassie's mine now, and baby, I ain't letting her go. And Cassie was probably in the back like, and I'm not, Cassie in her little cute voice, and I'm not going anywhere. Listen, Cassie's mom is expected to testify this week, and she is going to shut the internet down. And you know what else? The fact that people are trying to act like Cassie was some big ho before, right? Cassie had a #1 hit. She was literally on the chart standing neck and neck with Beyonce and everybody else. She was signed to William Morris modeling agency. Cassie was a hot commodity. There was a bidding war. There's a reason why Diddy went after her, because she was what was popping. And then he turned her into his sex slave. You know? And like
All right,
even
you
that
got it written
Ryan
down,
Leslie
so it'll
stuff,
be on the
way
calendar.
everybody's trying to act like Cassie is some big
gonna make an
ho,
event.
ho, and every man around her just had clean hands, and she just turned them out. Ryan Leslie, at best, was dating 18-year-old Cassie, 10 years older than her. At worst, he was dating Cassie when she had maybe 16 candles on her cake. Everybody's acting like Ryan Leslie is some great person. He was a grown man dating a young, naive, impressionable girl. How are you now painting this like he's this nice guy and Cassie did dirty? No, the truth of the matter is every man that stepped her in her life outside of Alex tried to do her dirty, or at the very least, it was a severe imbalance. Listen, y'all trying to paint her like, oh my God, Cassie was always on the come up. People are sick. And the fact that the incels and the misogynists and the women that are male identified are coming out to paint this narrative, people are sick. Don't nobody care in this kid. Listen.
Yeah,
he's just
you're right.
this
Trolls
nice
are gonna
guy.
trolls. Who cares? You're right,
By
bestie.
this cunning 17-year-old.
Dimple Cheek says, unless you are directly affected, you will never understand. Facts.
17-year-old just took advantage of him. Come on now. Come on now. Listen. Cassie is mom's going to come. She's going to confirm the rumors. Listen, the timeline stands. Diddy's team, even on the stand, put up that timeline. Stop believing these dumb lies and stop. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people that believe these dumb lies.
Mm-hmm.
Again, there is actual physical evidence that both of them were seeing other people until late 2018
Dimple Cheek says,
when they decided to
it's
turn
fascinating
friendship
how they
and
are
move it
coming for her
into
character
lovers.
and selling
Listen,
free
again,
PDTs outside of court.
Everybody in this place
Yeah,
got clean
well,
hands except for Cassie's.
I don't know if you saw or not, but as far as the free PD t-shirt, which is crazy in itself, but word on the curb is that they're paying people $20 or $25. I can't remember, one of the two, $20 or $25 to actually wear the shirt. And so you know where that comes from, correct? Teacher one says 16. That's crazy. Facts. That's crazy.
Effing playing. Anyway, Diddy went on a posting spree to get her back. It is what it is. Again, and please, for the love of God, I'm sick of people acting like when people first start talking, of course you're not exclusive. Of course you're feeling each other out until you decide to cut out everything that doesn't matter and just focus on each other. And that's what Cassie did when she posted that picture in December, because a few weeks before, Alex and Cassie decided to take things to another level, and that's when Diddy lost his mind. Anyway, y'all, let me know.
Hey, let's give it up for Tisa Tales once again. It's another great content that she put out. Also Jamel, aka Jamal. Yeah, we gotta give it up for him. And the truth is, 3 outstanding content creators that I strongly encourage you to go and follow on YouTube. King World is another one. Right? King World is another one that you should follow. All right, let's check and see if we have any updates. If not, that'll be the end of the show today. Let me see if we got anything going on. I see. Yeah. All right. So I'm not sure if that's. Let's see. Hold on. As it stands right now, there's no update. Hold on. Let me try one more thing. Hold on. Let me look at one more source before let you go. Let me see. We're gonna find out what we have anything going. All right, so let's see. So Don Rashard is still on the stand. This was 8 minutes ago. The judge has crossed Uh, Combs is Westmoreland. You are aware there's a motion to dismiss your lawsuit. Dawn says, I have civil lawyers. Westmoreland says, you sat with the prosecutors and you allegations have changed. I think they meant and your allegations have changed. All right. Dawn says, I've been consistent. And 4 minutes ago, Combs' defense representative Westmoreland says you testified he attempted to hit her about the eggs, and Miss Ventura, that's Cassie, dropped down in a fetal position, right? Which is why I posted that video on my page where she's balled up underneath the cover in a fetal position. That's why I shared that. You see what I'm saying? Because same thing, same action. Ventura dropped down in a fetal position, right? Dawn says yes. Westmoreland says, did you ever say you heard a pan hit the wall? You didn't see it. Dawn says, I don't recall. Okay. All right, so that's where they are right now. That's where they are right now as far as on the trial. And she's on the stand. So Raleigh, Dawn Richard is on the, she's still on the stand for now. All right. So before we end the show, I'm going to give a couple of announcements. Don't forget, Georgia Peach, if you can help, don't make any donations to her for her trip and her event as far as, what was it, the Miss Amazing? That'd be greatly appreciated. Georgia, are you still in here? Georgia Peach by any chance? I'm not sure if she's still in here. If so, I was going to have her say something to you. Well, just look for Georgia Peach Renee. That's her name. And find out. You can message her and get the information if you missed it while we posted it earlier in here. Just contact her, reach out to her. I'm sure any donation for her will help and be greatly appreciated. Also tonight, if you go on YouTube and you follow, yes, Bessie, I was just about to bring it up. I love her. She's a great moderator. I love. She keeps me in line. I have to tell this story. Well, I had to say it one more time, and then I'll get to it. But I love Jenny. When I'm talking about, even when we talk off of here, anytime I'm out of fashion, anytime I'm out the way, she does it in such a nice and caring way. But I can tell she mean business. Like, hey, you know what I mean? Okay, yeah, cool. You feel that way? Oh, why? But she's secretly telling me right now, like, she don't say it, but I can tell in how she's saying it. She like,
get your shit together.
and I love her for it, right? I don't be mad at her. I get it, right? She's amazing. Yeah, Deb, she's amazing. She's awesome. Like, in addition to being an outstanding and great mother, she's a great friend, which I don't even consider her friend anymore. I consider her family, but I just love it. I love it about her. We have that. It takes a certain kind of special relationship with somebody to know that they can check you on your bull crap, right? And you know that they don't mean nothing ill by it. There's no ill will. They just want you to be at your best because they believe in you. You see what I'm saying? I love that. I love it. No, hey, it's honest. It's honest, bestie. It's honest. You deserve your flowers, man. Like, you do that. You hold me accountable, and I appreciate it. Even about my health. She's like, hey, yo, what are you doing? Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like, shout out to Zeb, because I know Zeb, if you ever get in trouble, brother, hey, I feel for you, because she ain't taking no shorts or no losses. You're going to have to come correct. And if you come sideways and it don't make sense, she going to call you out on it. Out of love, out of respect, but she going to call you out on it. But yeah, bestie, as I was saying, so tonight, if you all go on YouTube and if you like pro wrestling, your favorite host, your self-proclaimed favorite news reporter will actually morph into a video character, right? And you can come and watch our wrestling matches on there. Go on YouTube and follow Global Impact Wrestling TV. All right. So, as a matter of fact, I'm about to go now and get ready to morph into my video game character, right? And I hope to see you all in there. Really, really. We do live. It's live chat. So if you come in, you stop by, hey, just shout out G Smooth. All right, and then we'll see you on there, and then we'll comment and chat back and forth, and you get to hang out with me and some of the other wrestlers on there and talk, you know. Dimple Cheek says, well, good luck. I appreciate it, and I hope I see you in there. I hope all of you guys come in there and check us out, man, for real. It's really good. It's G-rated, so we don't do nothing crazy on there, nothing like that. There's no language on there, nothing. You can get the kids around, especially if they like playing video games. You can get the kids and bring them in there, and they can watch and have fun as well. And if they like video games and pro wrestling, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong, right? That's that. I want to give a shout out to the organization Whistleblower for Justice. Slated to start May 25th or 28th. It was 28th. We were supposed to start on the 28th, but it got pushed back. So I'm gonna keep you up to date on that. But make sure you go on Instagram and follow Whistleblower for Justice just to keep up with us. If you have a loved one or a friend or somebody that you think or know that is wrongly convicted, and you have the evidence, reach out to them. Reach out to them, and we'll definitely try to get some legal counseling for them and some help for them. Of course, they have to look at the case, and you have to provide stuff for them. That's not I'm just a brand ambassador, but we have attorneys and people on the board that handles that aspect of it. You know, so you get with them, and they try to help you. Also, as you know, we have hashtag I'm going to say it merchandise available, t-shirts, sweaters, and hoodies. If you would like to order one of those and would like to let people know who you support when you out and about, by all means, send me a message, and we'll get that order shipped out to you as well. All right? So that's going to do it for today. We'll be back tomorrow, Lord willing. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to say 10, but really be looking for us about 8:30 probably. I like to jump on here early, especially now, too, because, okay, Jenny, yeah, we'll definitely, we'll handle that right there for sure. We will close with that. I like to come on here a little early because now school is about to get out, and so Rudy gets out 2 hours early. So that gives me time to come in and do the show and then, you know, have everything squared away. Eastern. Oh yeah, 5 o'clock. You talking about the YouTube, the wrestling show? Yes, yeah, Eastern. 5 p.m. Eastern time. And just my lives, yeah, Eastern time. So yeah, 8:30 Eastern time. Yes. I'll be on here then probably 8:30ish. Try to get on here and get that out the way before she gets home, because when she gets here, she absolutely loves being on here and seeing you all and saying hi, and that's fine, you know, but TT trips on that sometimes, so I don't want her to feel like I'm being rude to her, not letting her come in. Sometimes I do, but I don't want her to feel that way, you know. All right, so let's close with prayer. I think that's great. That's great. Let's close with prayer. Let's bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we give thanks to you for your grace and your mercy that you give us, Lord, and bestow upon us. Father, we pray that those who are going through hard times and struggles right now, Father, we pray that they do not lose their faith in you, Father, and that they hold on to your unchanging hand and know that you are the way, you are the light through any and all situations. That as long as they put their faith on you, as long as they lean on you, as long as they call on you, you promised us in your great word that you would be our shelter in the time of storm, Father. So, Father, we pray that you just put your loving arms, your consoling arms around this world. Father, we pray that you place your healing hands upon those who are having medical issues and not feeling great. We pray that you nourish them back to full strength, full health. Father, we know all these things we ask. We know they are worth happening and will happen because you can perform miracles. You are in the miracle-making business, Father. And it's for those things that we thank you for. Father, we even would like to take the time to thank you for our struggles, because you already told us that if it wasn't for the darkness, we wouldn't be able to appreciate the light. And Father, we know that we are wicked beings down here, but you created us knowing that. You knew that we would fall short of the glory, and yet you still loved us, Father. Father, you gave us your only begotten Son so that we would have a pathway back to your kingdom. And all it would take is repentance, and you would block those sins out of your book, and you will write our name. you would write our covenant, our name in your book of eternal life. And so, Father, we would like to take this time to just repent of any sins that we may have committed knowingly and unknowingly, Father. We pray that you give us strength to be better human beings, better children of yours, Father, because at the end of the day, the only thing we fear is not pleasing you. The only thing we fear is not dwelling with you amongst your kingdom, Father. So it's these things we ask in Jesus Christ's name. Let us all say amen. All right, you all have a great day. Don't forget, if you get a chance, tune in to Global Impact Wrestling TV on YouTube at 5 o'clock today. As a matter of fact, I'll open up the show. Your cruiserweight champion opens up the show. I forgot who I'm wrestling. TC Adams, I think his name is. So he better be ready. All right. You all take care. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace and blessings.